Welcome to Fun, Fresh and Footy with Pete and Ash. Hello and welcome back to Fun, Fresh and Footy with Pete and Ash, the podcast with terrible tips, great yarns and absolutely zero editing. If you're watching on YouTube, firstly, hit that subscribe button wherever it is, wherever it manages to pop up on your screen. Make love to it. Smash it. As you can see, we're kitted out in our new Fun, Fresh and Footy gear. You'll only be able to see this if you are watching on YouTube. Our Fun, Fresh and Footy face masks, which are super easy to breathe in and comfortable and fun and fresh. And also our team shirts. I'm also wearing Brooke's new Sacred Vintage jumper too, but because it's about 9 degrees, I've decided to also put my Kathmandu on and a beanie. All right, let's take these off.
We will take the masks off just so that the sound isn't muffled the entire podcast, but it's great to have them, great to wear them. I'll be wearing that around town.
Oh, fuck. My ear's caught.
Now...
Hello, welcome back. How are you, Pete?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's freezing cold. We've decided to move our studio
To the
backyard. We've decided to move outside. If anyone also is watching on YouTube, you'll be able to see the amazing sign. So Peter comes from will you tell the story? You
Yeah, so my uncle's a sign writer, my granddad was a sign writer, my mum was a sign writer, so come from a long line of sign writers. And my Uncle Pete, shout out to him, he made up a little sign for us to put behind us, he's done a great job. So
was not expecting it to be that big, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty big, and it's good. I think it's been... Anyway.
It's mad, eh? I'm like full vibing it.
Yeah, so if anyone needs a sign done, go see Branch Signs. He's in Queensland, so probably only work if you're... But he does do jobs around the place, so hit up Branch Signs. He's a great sign writer.
As you can tell.
What's been happening in your week?
I was about to say, I don't even know what podcast we're up to, but we're definitely in double digits. Look, my week, Petey, it's Thursday the 8th, I believe. So we're 8 days into our Dry July challenge.
We are. How did you go getting through your first weekend? Any difficulties?
No, I worked all weekend, so
Yeah.
I made it easy as. I've been going super strong. I wouldn't mind having a few beers for Origin, but you know what? I'm happy for the good cause. I'm happy to rule it out. What about yourself?
Yeah, no, I've been smooth sailing so far. Haven't really felt like it yet. It
won't be until there's something on or a group gathering or whatever.
And probably playing footy on the weekend. If we when we finish and they're having beers and shit at towns and that. That'll be hard to not have a beer, but it'll be fine. I feel good about it. Although we were both saying we were still just as puffed at training last night, so I just don't feel like my health is getting any better. So
8 days in and I don't feel any healthier.
Yeah, I would have thought the changes would have happened a bit quicker.
Apparently not. It must be
they'll start kicking in in the last week of it, and we'll be
and then it'll be the first and then it'll be the 1st of August, and we're sitting on the Prince balcony smashing schooners and then going to jams. Hopefully we're going to jams because the lockdown has been extended by a week.
Yes.
Gladys has extended it. Did you know you can bet on what colour?
Yeah, I saw that. I nearly
I did have a bet.
I wish when she wore the pink one, I was like, God, I would have actually going to pick pink because of the whole the time that Katie thought I was Gladys Berejiklian on a bender at my house because I had this pink blazer on, and I apparently was
that's an omen.
I was talking to people all through the house, and everyone's you're so busy and there's no one here. And I was I don't know who I've been talking to.
That's Katie walked out once wearing this really nice outfit and a beautiful kind of blazer thing, and me and Emily, her sister, were super hungover, and Emily's you look like a 35-year-old mum.
The whole night they were calling me Gladius.
Gladius, I love that. But anyway, so she's extended the lockdown, which sucks. So we hope you're all staying safe, because now a talking point is that the state of origin has now been moved to Newcastle, which is super exciting for the state of Newcastle.
Yes, and like I'm the city. Low-key, like...
Low-key don't want it here, but...
yeah, like... Well, I mean, the fact that Sydney's still in lockdown, I'm like, well, at least that stops all the Sydney people from just coming to
Well,
us.
I was talking to Katie last night because her sister had tickets to Stadium Australia. And I said, is she getting a full refund, or is it because she, like, technically lives in Singleton, can she just get a transfer to Energy Australia or whatever the fuck the name of it's called? Because, yeah, we don't want them...
Bless you.
Far out. Pardon me. We don't want them driving down and then us becoming the biggest hotspot in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I just don't think
so. I don't know what that makes. I don't know. Yeah.
Although, Panel said he tried to get tickets and he, like, couldn't.
Well, I tried to, when they announced it on the NRL, like, Instagram page yesterday, I kept going on to, like, the watch list or whatever, and I couldn't get through it. Just like, it was almost like the site kept crashing. So I was like, whatever, I'll just watch it at home.
Yeah. Have you...
What else have happened? Yeah, I worked all weekend. We've been pumping out plenty of content. What about yourself? What have you been doing?
Well, I went home to Maxwell for the weekend. I ended up getting...
Got the sign?
Yeah, I got the sign. I ended up getting to play in the, like, Super W Select in the Super W finals, which was, like, a good opportunity. We sort of all just, like, was like a pull-together team just, like, of people from everywhere.
Yep.
Versus the President's team in the finals, so that was good. And we got the win, which was, you know, that was good, like, a good thing to be a part of.
It's a good thing for, like, that whole comp itself was, like, a really good thing for women's rugby.
And it was good. And then I got to watch the, like, Reds versus Waratahs grand final, which was, like, such a good game. Like, the Waratahs are so, like, silky. Like, they are just, like, so good. They're just, like, a level above everyone else. Like, even the Reds are a level above everyone else, but, like, the Waratahs are, like,
they're just, they're the pinnacle.
Yeah.
They're the Melbourne Storm.
Yeah, well, all the Roosters.
Wow. Why did I say that?
I have no idea. That was disgusting. I'm glad you had a sip of water just saying to wash your mouth out. But yeah, no, that was good. Went home and stayed with mum and dad, which was like lovely as. They know I'm poor as, so they just like paid for stuff for me, which was really nice of them. Which
I might go up and visit them, to be
I didn't want them to have to do, but it was very nice of them anyway. Dad filled my car up with fuel, which was also nice of him.
Shout out to Dad.
Yeah, but I think I've put on like 5 kilos because I was just like eating treats and delicious food the whole time I was there.
Oh, nice.
They sent me home with like a big like family-sized spinach pie and a family-sized lasagna, which was...
They're obviously all vegetarian things, so
they
I'm
were,
not
they
coming
were
over to... I won't be coming over to...
What else did we do? Oh, this is like off topic. When we were home, I think Frankie killed an ibis. I was
like a bird?
Yeah. I was like, I went and before I left, I like cleaned up all the dog poos from mum and dad's yard, and I like was doing a round out the front and everything. And then mum was just like, I think like Frankie's killed a dump bird. And I was like, a dump bird? She's like, an ibis. Yeah. And I was like, oh. And then she's like, did you go around the front when you were collecting poos? And I was like, yeah. She's like, did you see like a dead ibis? And I was like, nah, I didn't. Like I was pretty focused just on poos, so I might have just skimmed over it. But mum's like,
unless you picked it up by accident.
Well, I don't think so. Mum said like, no. Dad went and saw it, and he was like, nah, you would have like fucking tripped over it if it was there. So I don't know if she's killed it like since the poo pickup, but we think she's gotten into an ibis, which is
so. Is that like
that's not out of character for her?
It isn't.
Nah, yeah. She's killed a lot of chickens in her life. She is a terrier, so terriers do kill things.
I have
killed a lot of lizards and
I
such.
have 2 Pomeranians, and Zoe, my eldest, has taken down 2 kangaroos in her earlier days. I don't think she'd have the speed now to be able to do it, but I have seen her with some plush toys.
Yeah.
Similar to one that's in my lounge room shredded to bits at the moment. Her little brother Benny, I don't know if he has the hate in him to be able to chase down a kangaroo and kill it. I have seen him chase birds, and I'm sure if he got a hold of one, he'd
I think it like kind of shocks him almost, because another time I saw Frankie like chasing an ibis, and it like started to run away instead of fly away. It was like running, and she's like obviously way quicker than an ibis on foot, and like he sort of finally started to flap his wings at the last minute, and then she kind of like bit his wing, and he like And we were like screaming at her, like, let go. Like, anyway, she let go and he like fucking hobbled away. But I think it like shocked her initially when she caught.
Oh, I got
she's
him.
like, yeah, she's like, oh, I normally just like chase you when you like fly away from me.
No,
Like,
well, like circling back to Zoe real quick. Like we take the dogs over to Townsend and let them run around, and it's hilarious. You just take one toy and just peg it from one end, and they go psycho. But as soon as like someone else brings a dog, you've got to put Zoe back on the lead because it's just like anyone that's smaller than her, she just. And, like, she sprint. Like, she's fat now, but she just sprints. And it's like, no. You've got to fucking try and chase after this dog to, like, let it not attack this, like, miniature Groodle or something. It's like, oh, fuck.
It's hard.
It is hard. All right, well, that's pretty much all that's happened in my week. Anything else that's died?
No,
I don't think I've killed anything in the week.
I think hopefully both of us are playing greens this weekend, which is cool.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
I've been listed at 12 at this stage, which I've actually like never played in my entire life, but keen.
I've been put on the bench, but that's
That was
purely
you're unsure if you
because
were.
I'm playing or not. And I also did say, where will I play? And Scott didn't have much...
I reckon he'll come on as fullback.
He didn't have much confidence into where I would go. So he's like, just whoever goes down first. I was like, beauty.
I feel like you'll come on at fullback.
Look, I've proclaimed that I am a fullback now. I don't know what I'm doing back there, but...
I reckon. Like Tara, she's a good player. I think she'll probably move to the wing. You come in at fullback potentially.
Tara is going to be a gun fullback once she learns the game, but she is so fucking quick at fullback.
Yeah.
Also, we're calling her T now.
Yeah, I actually did use that last night at training. I called her T.
And we call Casey Tasty.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't think Casey listens, but...
No, maybe one day.
Maybe, she might. Couple of NRL talking points. So we'll quickly touch on this before we review the review. Obviously, we put it on our Instagram page. Cleary's out. Nathan.
I feel like, Cleary. Was this not in our last podcast?
I can't remember. But Nathan's out, so obviously we're going to need a new halfback for State of Origin. Yeah. We probably did talk about it,
I think we might have in the last podcast.
But now... What's the other fella's name? Luai has hurt himself. I can't remember what he has done.
It was like a knee or something.
Knee or hamstring. That seems to be the popular one. So I'm just going to blow my
Will
nose.
we talk about that more when we maybe preview Origin?
We can if you want. But let's just talk about the big talking point of rugby league. Let's kick that off. And that was the house party.
100%.
St. George's $305,000 house party that's cost... 12 of them suspensions and
13.
13 suspensions and one ripped up contract.
Yes.
Thoughts, comments, queries. Let's go.
So obviously, like crazy, wild. And I think like obviously the thing that was the problem is that he had a COVID breach last year as well.
Yeah.
Went to a cafe. However, this is not what everyone else... Like, it was irresponsible, like, 100%. Like, they had the whatever. But, like, in my honest opinion, I think, like, Cleary last year with, like, the dozen birds...
TikTok, yeah.
On TikTok.
TikTok Cleary.
They, like, I think that's worse. And I also think, like, even just recently there was, like, Dugan, Napa, like, a whole bunch of them were out at restaurants. I think that's worse as well.
Yeah.
Like... They were at each their own house with the people that they're like in a bubble with.
Yeah, they're in the
bubble. So like obviously it was against New South Wales health orders, which I think that obviously that's irresponsible. But in terms of they are getting absolutely caned for like putting the game at risk. Yeah. And I just like think
there's still other rugby league players out there doing just as dumb shit.
And it's like it's not that big a risk because they were just with all other Dragons players and their missos kind of thing. Like it's not like a huge security breach in my opinion. Like. But, obviously still irresponsible. They would be told a million times what they are and aren't allowed to do, and that would be definitely, like, on the not allowed list.
And we were probably due for a COVID breach scandal.
Well, it was weird, though, because no one really talked about because, like, Dugan and, like, 5 of the Bulldogs players were out last week because of going to a restaurant.
Yeah.
And no one really talked about that much. Whereas this one has like literally gone nuts. But like, what do you think? Do you reckon? I personally think they were pretty well keen to get rid of Vaughan.
They must have been. The board. Well,
he's on a pretty big wicket, so
I personally think the reason for the contract tear up would have been off the back of like breaching protocols last year as well. So he's already got one strike against his name, considering he's the one who's... Oh, and plus he lied. He lied and said that, like, there was, like, 3 people there or no one was there or whatever, even though, like, Corey Norman's wallet was there. They dragged fucking DeBellin out from under the bed. And
and, like, obviously... but, like, I would have probably done the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? If I had a party and you were over and you fucking managed to jet off out the back door before anyone got there, I wasn't going to just be like... Yeah, no, Crevett was here. Like,
spread it.
Fucking make sure you find her while you're at it. She was definitely here. Like, I don't know. And like,
it's a very weird
I heard
one.
he did try and like do a bit of a FaceTime before everyone got their questioning done to like be like get our story straight, but like didn't quite get to contact everyone. So then there was just like mixed match stories, and there was a bit of trouble for lying to police and such.
Yeah, so like.
But this is what I heard it, I think, on the Bloke in a Bar and Halley Sport podcast. Like, if it was a star player, you know, in really good form, they wouldn't have got sacked.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's what, and like, there's been heaps of shit on Instagram and stuff, and it's like, he'll have a contract within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
At some beta club.
He'll be on less money, I reckon. He was on like $800K.
Well, he doesn't. I know he's an ex-Origin player and stuff, and like
he's not in great form.
St George are going okay, and yes, why don't you rip and tear? Like it's un-Australian to not get a win and then go and like party.
Yeah, I know.
To be honest, my whole 2016 rugby union career, we didn't win a single game at Maitland Blacks, but we ripped and teared and partied after every single game.
But I just think like at the end of the day, it was with the people they'd all just played a game with. They were all just in the sheds with like and their wives that they all go home to every time. So I can't see like a huge.
But apparently it was called like the police were called at 9, so like it must have been like unless it was
I
Snoopy. It was either Snoopy neighbours,
100% Snoopy
or
neighbours.
they were just. Fucking, I don't know.
I reckon
when did Dragons even play? Like,
the Friday against the Warriors, they won by a point.
That's right. Clutch Norman scored the field goal. So and then this was on the Saturday,
and then that was a Saturday. But like,
but you never know. They could have turned up at 2:00 in the afternoon, and by 9:00, you know how lippy and loud we can be by 9.
I honestly reckon because they said they didn't get there till like 4 or 5 or something.
That's what they say.
No, that's the neighbours have said.
Oh, okay.
But the neighbours sounded like Marges to me, to be honest, because they were like...
Yeah, they're definitely
like,
Marges.
one calling it at 9:00, like, even if it wasn't, like, a COVID breach, like, a noise complaint at 9:00, fuck off, like...
Excuse me, we don't speak too loud, because I know it's 11:17 in the morning here, but we have... And I hope he's not listening.
He might be. I did see him out earlier this morning.
I hope he's not listening. He's probably fucking... Is that window opening?
Nah, it's the shadow.
Sings. We have the worst neighbour in the world who constantly tells us to shut up, so I hope he's not listening.
But, like, a noise complaint at 9, like, oh, my God, it's on a Saturday night, like, grow up.
And they just won.
And they were just, like...
famous win.
They were saying, like, the neighbours were like, no, this person was, like, pointing out specifically, being like, no, I saw this player and I saw this player. And they just sounded like Marges to me, like...
Yeah, look, unfortunately, these are the times that we live in, and unfortunately, you got to take your licks. And for Paul Vaughan, he's lost a contract over it. I'm sure someone will pick him up. He'll probably end up at, what did they say?
Tigers.
Someone posted something hilarious, and he goes, well, he definitely won't end up at the Dogs because they only sign outside backs.
Yeah, literally. I feel like it'll be like...
Can you bring them back in? Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Because they only sign outside backs.
Yeah, they don't need any forwards. He's got too much size and, like, PCMs in him.
Oi, we might need him at the Chooks after Luai's gone.
Luai?
No, who did I say? What's his name?
Who did we lose?
The one I sent you last night. Isaac.
Oh, Isaac Liu.
Liu.
Yeah.
I just pronounced it wrong.
That is a big loss. That's pretty sad. I do like Liu.
Maybe we need him. We'll whip him into shape.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if he
maybe.
fits.
Actually, I changed my mind.
I feel like the Chooks like wouldn't take someone that's just like
fuck
no.
We wouldn't take Dave Fafita. We didn't want Dave Fafita.
Yeah, we
just
don't want
because of his personality.
Yeah, they don't like
field.
wankers.
Robbo, so they wouldn't take us.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't. Although I don't know if this is true. This is another little talking point. I saw somewhere that there is reports that Dufty will leave get an early release from Dragons to go to Raiders.
Like this season?
Like mid-season release.
Well, what are we? It's fucking round
17.
There's like 10 rounds left.
Yeah, potentially. Like I just saw a report saying he might get an early release to go to Raiders.
Which bird told you that?
It was like literally like on Facebook or something, but it was like a news page.
Do we spread that or do we
spread it?
Spread it. Okay.
Well, it would make sense. Not make sense, but Simonson now out probably for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
he was,
true.
and we've got Nickel Clockstar, who is also out. So that's the two fullback options.
I don't know whether it's the ring light that's making me sneeze, or just the fresh air.
So that's like the two fullback options for the Raiders is both out. So potentially,
I'll do some more investigating into that.
Yeah,
and we might be able to find a little bit more dirt.
Spread it.
We will be spreading that. All right, so that was the biggest talking point of the week. So I'm kind of glad that we recorded this today, so we can, because that was confirmed yesterday. His contract was torn up.
Yeah. And it was good. I've heard a few other podcasts when they were talking about it, like nothing was really confirmed. Like, but now we know.
We've got it.
Now we know for sure. Like, yes, DeBellin was under the bed.
You baby, we got it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just dabbed on camera. All right, we'll quickly touch on Origin before we review the round that was. So, like we said at the start, we're coming to Steel City on the 14th. So that's 2 weeks away.
Yes.
Which is super exciting. We just hope that none of the people that had Sydney tickets that live in Sydney come to the game, and then now Newcastle becomes like a hot spot.
Also, like, even if you live in Newcastle, if you got a sniffle, like, stay home, bruh.
Yeah, look, I was like super excited. I was like, boom, started looking for tickets, and then I was kind of like, I actually don't think I want to go to the game.
Nah. I wasn't that keen. Well, I will have just started my placement anyway. It'll be like my second day of placement, so I'll be pretty keen to just get to bed.
Away anyway?
Away?
Oh, it's in Maitland. Sorry.
Placement's in Maitland.
Sorry. When do you go to Kempsey then? October?
Like November. We got ages.
I don't know anything, eh?
But that's fine, yeah. So I was like,
my body must be preparing me to go back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, so I was just like out. I wasn't going to go. And I was like, imagine, like, I feel like I just like have a weird feeling like there's going to be like a COVID case or like a contact at the Origin. And
there will be. Something bad will happen.
Yeah.
So everyone just like, I don't know what that virus movie is. Apparently there's a real scary virus movie where they're all quarantined in this hotel and they send a reporter in to do like obviously a news report on it, but then she has to be like quarantined in and they all turn into fucking zombies and shit.
Oh my God.
I haven't seen it. Nor have I.
That's about to happen at Origin. Spread it.
That's going to happen at Origin. Spread it. So stay at home and watch it. Okay. So we've got new halves pairings. So I want to know your thoughts. So we've got Moses to debut and Whiten now moved to the halves, who was normally our 14, which means that Appy Coruscant has been brought in as the 14th, like the utility.
Yes. Interesting.
Yeah.
I have never really rated Moses personally.
Nah.
Not a big Moses fan.
Me either. Look, my personal preference would have been Adam Reynolds and...
I honestly would have preferred...
Cody Walker, sorry.
Yeah. I'd either prefer to, like, the combo of Adam Reynolds, Cody Walker, or if you want to give Whiten that spot because he's, like, had the opportunity, go Whiten and Reynolds. I just don't think that,
but Whiten's so good as that 14
he is.
player
100%.
as well.
And, like, Appy coming in, Appy's not, like, very versatile. I actually really like Appy Coruscant as a player.
Same.
He's so strong for, like, a little man.
Yeah, I love Appy, and I'm keen to see him rip and tear.
And it will be good for him, but
Whiten's such a good...
Whiten's such a handy 14.
But the reason... Look, even though we don't like Parramatta and not the biggest fan of Moses, I think we even, in a podcast, we touched on, like, I'm like the version of Moses. Like, I'm that sooky little whingy bitch on the field that blows up at anything. Yeah, That's me. I'm the female version of Moses.
I just find him, like, a little bit sooky, and then also, like, couldn't ice the game.
Sometimes
like, he literally fucked up their game on the weekend, like, and that was like way less pressure than Origin.
You can see that in every fucking angle that I do.
So that was like way less pressure than Origin.
And then obviously gets a lot of chat about playing too lateral as well.
Yeah.
So at least. But anyway, the yarn was get him to debut because, look, Cody Walker's had his chance. And I still do rate him as a good player. I personally thought he may have been called in as the number 14.
Yeah.
But obviously Appy's in great form.
But that's what they're even talking about. Like, potentially, like, White, like, Nico Hines even would be a good 14.
Well, he's been brought in as 18th man.
Yeah, but, he would be good 14.
Yeah, but Appy's probably in the, like... I feel like there might
Appy's
be like a pecking order. Like, he's kind of been in the camp. He's kind of been in the
Yeah,
system
I
a little
get
bit
that.
longer.
And I really rate him at hooker, but, like... And that's the other thing.
Hines would be a much better 14 because he is so
more
versatile.
But Appy,
Jinx.
Appy is good, and he it's just hard because now they've got two specialist hookers in there, kind of thing.
Well, hopefully Cook doesn't go down.
And like they were saying, like it would be handy to have like Trell, Cam Murray, Cook, Cody Walker, Reynolds. Like, if you had that, like, that's, like, the same, it'd be a good spine.
But apparently Wayne Bennett came out and said, now I can't remember which podcast I heard this on, but Wayne Bennett came out and said that he didn't want Reynolds and Walker going in to play, like, to fill the void, purely because Moses, Whiten, Coruscant, Hines, they're the future of the Blues.
That's fair.
So... Like, I don't know how I can't.
Well, they're not the future of the Blues.
Well, not the future, but like potentially
they're the future backup of the Blues.
Yeah, I stand corrected. The future backup. So it's better to let Moses debut, and he's either going to ice it or he's going to fuck it up, and like that's fine. We've had plenty of fuck ups in the past.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like it was sort of Reynolds and Moses on the weekend. Like they were probably their games were probably trials for the. The Origin.
But Reynolds is getting on with his career. His contract with the Broncos will probably be his last. So you might as well give someone like Moses a go. Because like Nathan Cleary will have that position for the next 10 years.
Yeah, but that's like why I think, does he need to go? Like, just let Reynolds come in and finish the series off for us.
I see both sides to the story. It's like, let him have a go and see if he's up for it.
But it's like the thing is that
but Moses has led Parramatta to a top 4 spot for the last like 3 years.
Yeah,
even though he plays sideways.
Yeah,
sideways they've swung.
They just never really managed to get further.
Well, hopefully the fucking Jackie Boy Whiten can do something then.
I
also don't rate as the best halfback.
No, I don't know, and especially not at the moment.
Nah.
I will say though,
hopefully just that blue jersey.
Like, Mitchell Moses can literally come out and play his ass off. Like, he can come out and have, like, probably, like, he could have the best performance of a half in Origin ever, and he won't have the spot. You know?
No, I know.
Like, Cleary will still get it back next year.
Oh, 100%. And Cleary's a much better player, like...
But you know what I mean? It's like, give him a chance to prove himself. But even if he does prove himself, it's like...
But then what happens if, say, like, round 1 next year, ACL to...
100%.
Then we at least know Moses is there, but Reynolds is retired and et cetera, et cetera.
Hopefully that doesn't happen, though.
Hopefully that doesn't happen because
I really don't want, like, the Blues' future to depend on Mitchell Moses.
Or Jack Whiten. Sorry.
Jack Whiten.
Look, if you are both listening, congratulations on getting the starting spots. We will be... It will be my round in the Punters Club to be tipping, so I'm hoping to see great things from you. I seem to get the Origin round I seem to get Origin like every single time. But anyway, we'll talk about injuries. So Harry Grant's out.
Well, he was out last one too.
So did he even play game 1? Did he play a little bit?
He played all of game 1.
Game 1, so he missed game 2, definitely ruled out for game 3.
Because he got injured in the Storm game after game 1.
Okay. Ponga should be fine for game 3.
Yep.
Now Ponga
Hunter's starting as well for them instead of McCulloch started last time.
Oh,
but
sorry,
Hunter's starting.
I thought you said Hunter. I was like, who?
Hunt.
I was like, do I need to take this beanie off? I can't hear you. Hunt definitely is a much better 9. I know you laughed in my face when I said that last.
No, I said he's a better 9, but you were just saying you couldn't understand why, and I was like, the reason they've done it is to get McCulloch to do the shit work.
Well, they obviously listened to me because now he's starting.
Because McCulloch played terribly. And they got killed like 26-0.
Ponga will go into fullback, which is terrifying because he
played really well when he came back.
He ripped for the Knights.
And it's so much better having Val Holmes on the wing. Like, he is way better on the wing.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, it's not good for us.
Oh, no, but, like, still.
It's better for him. Like, he's a better winger, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Thank fuck they didn't drop Coates again. Like, if they... like,
imagine his headspace.
Thank goodness Felt has finally got the boot.
Yeah. See ya. There.
Yeah. And then...
and Finucane's come in for Safidi because
he's in the Blues, yeah.
Yeah, some other injury. I'm not entirely sure what that was.
His is a rib cartilage injury.
I just saw that come up.
Yes. He said he will be out for a couple of weeks, but it should still be... It'll be a good game. You know, it's a dead rubber anyway, so it's not, like, a huge issue.
It'd be still nice for us to get the clean sweep.
Oh, yeah, clean sweep would be great, but, like, you know, It's not like a
but
massive
this is probably the more
problem.
dangerous... Queensland team that we will have faced.
Oh, 100%, like way better than the last 2 games.
So hopefully...
And then Brimson into the 14, which I like.
Yeah, I like Brimo in 14 as well. Good versatile little player.
Yes.
All right, let's do our round 16 review. We'll quickly go through...
Yes.
I think the ones that yeah, so I've got here what I've also got right and wrong. So game 1, we won't really... Should we even talk about this one?
We will go into it.
It was dog shit.
We went and watched this live. It poured rain and we sat in the pouring rain to watch the entire game. And the Chooks didn't even score a try.
So it was like Try July where you get like sports bet... donate $5,000 for every like try celebration, and the boys could not get over the white line once. It literally poured rain the whole time. I couldn't even like turn my neck to turn to Peter.
It was like it was terrible.
And
like,
we also both ate Maxi Bonds.
Yeah,
like in the rain.
That Maxi Bomb was probably like the highlight, to be honest.
But we're like, why the fuck did we get an ice cream in the rain?
I love Maxi Bonds, but
so obviously I got that tip wrong.
But we will say, like, obviously you don't like the Roosters didn't show up that day, like they honestly didn't, but there was some wild calls. I don't know if you remember sitting there, but we were just like, who the frick is this ref?
Oh, the ref, yes. I was like, I thought you meant the Yahoos that were sitting like
no,
next to us.
no, like the ref. Like he was
there
like
was some
an
really,
absolute Marge.
Yeah, the reffing of that game was like really shit. Look, Storm were a fucking mad team. That first try where Munster kicked it on
like the second or first,
and then Fox just ran. Watching Fox run in real time and in person, he is very quick. And he just caught Teddy out of position, boom, and yeah, that was pretty much what got the Storm rolling.
I was like so annoyed though because I feel like I put Adokar in my multis all the time and he like he never scores when I put him. And then like I don't put him and he scores a hat trick. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, well, look, kudos to the Storm.
Also, poor Sammy Walker, he just got absolutely belted like so many times.
Yeah, he got belted and then there was no penalty for that
no
one.
Penalty for it.
Munster's one, he had to go off. Munster was a fucking sook.
Yeah, and then Munster gets the same thing happen to him and like Saluka Fafita gets sent for 10 and on report I was like...
Went off for his HIA and was back on the field within like... Not even 60 seconds, I reckon.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, mad HIA. Like, you clearly didn't do a HIA on him. Anyway, Munster, like, got ripped accordingly from the crowd because the crowd were not having a bar of him.
And he just kept turning around going like this.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. I was like, I actually don't mind Munster. Like, I think he's like larrikin.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he seems like a bit of a dick. Like,
a bit of a Marge himself.
I just think he, like, seems like a bit...
I like his larrikin personality, but yeah.
He's just a bit of a cranky man.
Apparently, like, just listening to, like, other Storm players being interviewed, he is a fucking cranky man.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I've heard that, like, he gets, like, his players offside a bit from him. Like, they don't, like, he's not the most loved in the team.
Oh, well, you can't be the favourite everywhere.
I guess so.
All right, so Friday night, we went Warriors Dragons.
This was the most... beta game ever.
I'm just trying to think.
I literally watched this.
Did I work this today?
I don't know. Yeah, you did. You had day work.
Yeah, that's right. I went back to work.
It was one of the like worst quality games I've watched in a while. But you know what? Like the Dragons got
Did it go into extra time or did Corey Norman get that field goal?
Extra time.
Yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Because I would have been coming home from work when this was on.
Corey Norman did it, like, which was nice considering, like, I forget which game it was, but a few weeks ago he like failed to finish the game off.
And then that's when he posted it to his Instagram to say like, sorry, I let everyone down.
Yeah, Yeah, and everyone was like ripping into him for crying or something, and I was like,
that was Jack Bird.
oh, that was Jack Bird. Never mind.
But anyway, that led to the greatest house party of all time.
Yeah.
That one. So.
But yeah, like good on him for finishing the
Who
game.
did you tip? Did you tip Dragons?
Yeah, I took the Dragons.
So did I. So congratulations. All right, next game, another nail biter. Penrith versus Para. So this was I can't remember whether I watched this. I think I did. I would have been home by now.
Close one. I think though, like, put the Eels in the bin. They're not going to win.
No way.
Like, but people are still putting them in that conversation.
No way. Nah.
Like, if they can't beat the Panthers without Cleary,
their best player,
then they're never going to, like, they're not. But my favourite part of the game was Burton is like an out-and-out footballer.
Yeah,
He's just like he's like built for rugby league.
I love Matt Burton.
He just like, everything he does looks so natural. Like he was the one that got the field goal that won him the game. And it was just like, so like, he just looks so not stressed. Like, he literally just like,
boom, boom, and then like, it was just like, yeah.
Like, he
rips and tears for his...
He looks like such a natural footy player when you watch him. And so that'll be exciting when he goes to the Dogs.
Hopefully... because that's what we'll touch on next. Hopefully, the inclusion of some of these big names that are going there can turn the Dogs around. Because look, I don't know why, but I have a soft spot for the Dogs. I think just because they're doing so bad, terrible,
but they put in a lot of effort, and I think that's why everyone doesn't hate them.
Yeah,
because they do put in a lot of effort. So you're like, oh, like they get, because some teams that go bad, they go bad because they have potential, but they just don't play well. Whereas the Dogs don't
like
really
the
have... Yeah, but like the Dogs don't really have a great roster. They just...
We thought getting Kyle Flanagan was going to change the world. But anyway, moving on.
They got pumped 66-0 by Manly.
They got pumped 66-0 by Manly. Now, I had a multi on for this game, and it was like... What was it? Tommy to score 3 or more. Tommy anytime... I don't know. I had the line at something ridiculous, whatever the highest point the line was, and then Tommy last try scorer. And then Tommy didn't get the last try, and I was so dirty about it. But holy fuck. Like,
that is such a big flogging.
So what was it? We had 2 hat tricks. So Saab and Tommy both got hat tricks. Garrett got a double, also got all 11 kicks.
Yeah.
Like... As much as, like, I don't know, like, I've always hated Manly.
And Garrick's the top point scorer in the comp at the moment.
Because Cleary's out.
Yeah.
And he would have overtaken his Supercoach score probably too. I haven't looked into that.
Yeah.
But
so the Dogs did have, like 6 players out or something.
That was because of the
due to the COVID breach. So
that sucks.
They wouldn't have won. Like, I'm not saying that, but, like, obviously they were depleted. Like, there was, like, a bunch of boys making their debut. So... That was pretty hard.
And it's hard to come up against a team like I think Manly have even pushed in front of us on the
Yeah, they have. They've gone above the Chooks. And it's hard because, like, I think I even heard...
Sorry, I just wanted to know what temperature the weather is out here.
The coach is Barrett Hay.
Yes.
Yeah, Barrett, like, had an interview after, and he was pretty disappointed, like, obviously about the loss, but he was also like... Look, this is not the way we wanted to have these boys debut. Like, we've got young boys that are good and stuff, but we really wanted to debut them, like, with the full strength team around them and like get them into it. But like, he was like, it was really hard. We had all these debutants,
and
they had no leaders out there to really help them around the park.
Do they have a lead? Oh no, Josh Jackson's probably there.
Yeah, and then like Kyle Flanagan, that's the first game he's been picked back up for because, they had no players kind of thing. So that's hard for him too. Like, he wants to try and prove himself he wanted to try and prove himself for...
Wait, did you just say that was his first game back?
First game back for Flanagan, yeah.
Said Josh Jackson was playing, but I don't know.
But yeah, so it was like Flanagan's first game back, so he would have wanted to prove himself, and it just wasn't really the stage that he would have been able to do it on.
And Manly have just gone to like a 7th gear. Like, it is ridiculous. Like,
they are playing very well.
Like, as I was just going to say, I've always hated Manly. I don't know what it is. My pop used to have this saying, and I'm pretty sure everyone's heard it before. He goes, I go for Newcastle and whoever's versed in Manly. And I've kind of always been under the same impression. My nan goes for Manly, so we used to rip her off heaps.
I think, like, it's hard to not, like, with Tommy being such a good player.
But that's what I was just about
like,
to say. I'm swinging. Like,
it's hard
I'm not running out to buy a fucking jersey or anything.
No, no.
Or put a sticker on my car or buy a membership or anything. But, like, I don't want to say I'm on the Manly bandwagon.
It's nice to watch, like, good players play good footy. So it's, enjoyable to watch them.
Yeah.
I will say, on the try celebration thing, the Manly Sea Eagles were responsible for my favourite try celebration and my least favourite try celebration.
Go ahead.
My favourite was Ruben Garrick.
Doing what?
He was like the cricket bowling, and he like came turn back for an appeal. Like, it was just like funny. I just thought that was like that was my favourite for the weekend.
Because they celebrated every try, so I think they had about 60 grand go towards this.
Yeah, which is mad. So I thought Garrick's was my best, but my least favourite by like a massive amount was Tommy Turbo.
Oh, and he didn't know what to do?
I was like, Tommy, you score 3 tries a game as if you were not prepared, as if you weren't prepared for a try celebration. Like, what was that? For anyone, we might even post it on our like Insta or something.
We'll try and find it.
I'll try and find the video. It was hilarious, and he literally just looked like so uncomfortable. Like, I was talking to my... He
kind of just looks like an awkward person, eh?
Yeah, I was talking to my sister about this, and I was like, I wish I just knew what he was aiming for. Like, what was the celebration meant to be? Because he was doing these, like, little hand circles, like...
How Peter dances at the Kent.
Like, it was like these hand circles, like it was almost like he was trying to, like, shoo his players away from him. Like, I was like, I just couldn't fathom what he was trying to do. So it was, like, cracking me up. But, yeah, so Ruben Garrick best... Tommy Trbojevic so bad. Like, it was, I just don't even, like, I'm sure he's embarrassed, but, and it doesn't matter because he's so good at everything else, so no one's really caring.
Yeah,
but
we're not, like, actually you too much.
No, but it was like...
We are spreading that was the worst try celebration.
That was the worst. But when we post the thing, when we post a video, if we find it, feel free to comment who your favourite and least favourite was.
Someone did on the page comment their favourite one. I can't remember who it was, and I can't get to my phone. But it was the who's the Bunnies player that did the in-betweeners dance?
Campbell Graham.
Yeah, when he did this one.
Yeah.
That was funny. I liked that. So thank you to who commented that. Sorry that your name escapes me. All right.
Should we go into, while we're talking about like our fans, and also we're talking about the games that's just happened. Obviously Chix lost 46-0. Manly beat Dogs. Oh wait, we haven't done one game. Sorry, we haven't done the Titans versus Raiders.
We haven't even finished everything.
I'm so sorry.
So we'll quickly skim through these. Raiders versus Titans. I didn't see this coming. I got this wrong.
I literally, on the podcast last week, I said I've taken Titans, and everyone told me I was crazy, and I literally let everyone get to me, and I fucking changed.
Yeah, well, don't listen to anyone. You go with your heart. That's what we say on this podcast every week. I don't know if we do, but we're going to start saying it. Yeah, go with your heart.
I should have gone with my heart because I said Titans. I had a feeling... Raiders were at home. The fact they couldn't get up on the Titans
I even put that
embarrassing.
I even put that on the thing. I'm like, Raiders, 5 p.m, 7 degrees. Like, surely, like the hot boys from Gold Coast. But anyway, they got up, which fucked my tips. Knights over the Cowboys. Cowboys couldn't score a point. Ponga was back. He was on fire.
He did rip and tear.
He ripped and teared.
Sorry, you go.
Connor Watson?
Yeah, Connor Watson played well too. I was saying as well as like the halves were great. Clifford and Pierce played really well together.
So good to see.
And as like, I'm pretty sure this is just like a broken record, but everyone's been saying like it was just so nice to have like a genuine halves pairing for Newcastle because they've had like Kurt Mann, Connor Watson, like
they've had like 50 million halves.
Crossland, Phoenix Crossland or whatever. Like they've had a million different halves,
and
they're not genuine halves.
And that's why they put him to the sword and kept him to nil, which was fantastic. And that was at home as well. So I picked the Knights, so I'm glad.
As did I, which was good. I had Cows, but I changed.
This game, Broncos versus Sharks, I don't know who the hell I was talking to, so this must be Sunday. But I was like, at the very last minute, I'm like, fuck, I'm so close to changing to the Broncos.
Me too.
Because I needed a Smoky to like... try and get me up the ladder
I was so close to it. And I had a feeling, I had said from the start of the week.
Wish I took.
I had a feeling about the Broncos because
Stags was back.
And Moylan got hurt in the warm-up for the game. for the Sharks. So I was like, oh.
Anyway, so I didn't take them.
But
did you take them?
No. This is what annoys me so much is because the Broncos actually do have a good team, so they're so unpredictable to pick. Like, with their team
it's like the Tigers
their
sometimes.
team on paper, they should freaking win games. Like, they should be so much... They're, like, second last. Like, they should be good.
They should be winning.
They should be good, but they, like... They're so bad.
Yeah,
like, but then because they do have good players, they can pull shit off like this that fucks your tips.
So that fucked my tips, but Stags looked really good back out there.
He did. Stags had a great game.
So that annoyed me. And then last game was the Tigers got beat by the Bunnies. Tigers obviously come back in the second half. That seems to be a recurring thing with the Bunnies.
Yeah.
They get off to a good start and then kind of let teams come back in. So it's just lucky that they got off to that.
Rabbits literally look like they were just playing park footy though. They look like they were just having a bit of fun, in my opinion.
But anyway.
Also though, it was lucky, so they won 38-22.
Yep.
But like Reynolds played well, but he bombed like a kick from right in front, and then that try. I don't know if you were watching. Did you watch this game?
I can't remember.
There was a try. Literally, Reynolds goes through, like breaks the line, like no one on him, and he just like when they run it around under the sticks. He just ran
and
out.
then
He ran and put his foot on the dead ball line as he put it down, and it was a no try.
And then is that when he did?
Then he did the surfboard. And then it was
it
was like literally no try. So I was just like, that was just such a stupid mistake. Like there was he could have put it down like 5 meters before that. Like
it was an unnecessary like sharpen your agility, bruh.
Like look where the line is.
All right, so that was round 16. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 right.
Yeah, I think I got 5 too. 1. Yeah, 2.
Did you copy my tips? We probably
I got 5.
Maybe we just go in as a joint venture next year into this team. Was there something you wanted to just touch on first?
So we had I'll pull it up even. We had a message from a fan about just talking about like the massive blowouts we've been having. Like, look, we've got 46-0. These two were close ones, but 66-0, 44-6, 38-0. 26-18, it's all right. 38-22. Like they're
like 4 or 5 at least huge blowouts.
And it's not fun to watch. Like honestly, like everyone would agree that once it's more than like 30 points, you're just like fully switched off.
You kind of lose interest in it after that.
Yeah. So we had a question come in from Samuel Taketi. Hey girls, just a question I've been thinking of due to the past week's blowouts. Do you think if it were to keep happening, they should consider a draft process? And maybe not like the NFL where the worst team gets the first pick, but more like the NBA with a lottery system. Say the worst 5 teams have equal chance and get drawn out on a night. And yeah, so they do a similar thing with the AFL. And I was talking about this last night due to this question. I actually think that it is a good, I think it's a pretty good idea.
They've been talking about having a draft system in place for ages.
These blowouts are like not good. And so, yeah, like.
Because at the moment, all the good players want to go to the successful clubs. But how do you spread the talent evenly across the board?
Exactly.
And
so,
a draft would literally be the only thing that could do something like that.
Yeah, so it's all like all new players and all young players are in a draft and they kind of get like picked for teams and stuff. Obviously, it would raise the issue of like people, you're not going to get necessarily the team you prefer or, like you might have to move. But I think that NRL players are like the minimum's like whatever, 150 grand or something. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that the young people would be willing to move just to get a start in the NRL and they're on okay money, like they're on good enough money. Like 150 is literally the minimum.
150.
If you're getting picked out in a draft, like you're going to be on more than that. So I think it's a good idea. It would take a few years for the draft to actually work its magic. Like the first year,
it'd have to be like a 5-year plan or something to like sort of like lead into it.
Yeah, the skill level and like the fairness and equality between the teams wouldn't sort of level out until a little bit later. But like that's the thing, like you get picked for a club, like you might go play for another club that wasn't the team you wanted to play for, and then you probably fall in love with like the culture there, the teams there. Like
exactly,
most footy players enjoy wherever they play for. So I think it's a really good idea. Thanks for sending in the question as well. Like, if anyone ever has questions, we'd love to talk about them on the podcast. Just send them through to us. and we'll have a yarn. But yeah, I definitely think a draft system is a good idea
because
something needs to be done about the blowout.
Because when you think about like the top 14, well, the teams in contention for the grand final, like we already rubbed out Parramatta.
Yep.
Like it's most likely going to be Penrith and Storm. Hopefully the Roosters, but like even our chances at the moment, like we're pretty second to none because of the amount of injuries. Who else is up there
for chances? You mean
to play in the grand final? Like,
I
don't think Parramatta.
Nah, Parramatta aren't a chance.
Manly possibly.
Honestly,
that's 14. That's 4 teams out of the 16. But
who's the other one you said? What did you just say? Manly, Penrith, Storm.
And Roosters.
I know I love the Roosters, but I just think
I don't think we will. We don't think Parramatta will either.
Just because of the injuries, like it's just
and Dragons, I don't think will.
Honestly, I reckon Souths are probably the next best shot.
Nah, Souths,
but they won't.
But Souths got beat 50 plus.
Yeah,
twice.
I know, but that I don't think that rule's going to apply anymore because of the blowouts. Like the blowouts
until this draft,
the blowouts are occurring all the time, and they are.
It'll be interesting to see how this week goes, considering it's the bye round, and a lot of the
better.
Wow, the better players are obviously in camp for Origin to sort of see where the scorelines stick, and I guess we can come back and redo this next week and talk about it then. But yeah, if you've got any thoughts on an NRL drafting system or whatever you think, send them through. Send your thoughts through to the Fun, Fresh and Footy podcast page. Yeah. We'd love to have a chat about it. And then, look, we'll send on our recommendations to Volandis and hopefully... Yeah. Surely they'd have to have something in that... They'd have to have something in the pipeline because...
I think he does listen to this podcast, so the best route to talk to him is to go through us.
Yeah, go through us.
They'd have to have something, though. Like, we can't keep watching these massive blowouts. Like, it is hard to watch.
46
nil in the pouring rain. Like, that took...
I almost called in sick to work. Like,
that took everything that I have inside me to stay.
I could not even, like, turn to talk to you. That's how wet it was.
Freezing.
It was disgusting.
And wet. And honestly, like, my jeans were just, like, soaked.
Oh, God. It was fucked up. All right.
And we also couldn't have beers because it was dry July, so we just had, like, the worst night of our lives.
We were sitting there sober. Yeah, fuck. All right, let's move on. All right. Crowd favourite.
Nah, come on. Nah.
Alrighty, enough dribble about round 16 and all these blowouts. Actually, sorry, mine will probably revert back to blowouts anyway. But Star and Marge, so S&M, brought to us by Rihanna, where we name our Star and our Marge of the week. Petey, do you want to kick us off with a star?
My star this week was my mum and dad. They looked after me very well.
They seem to be a reoccurring star.
They're so nice. Like, they just, like, looked after me so well, and I had such a lovely time with them. They, that was very looked after. I was very spoiled.
Well, my parents are going to be very disappointed when I named Kalen Ponga as my star.
He did have a great week.
I just thought he pretty much had a hand in everything. 2 tries. I could get the rest of his stats, so I can't be bothered. But, yeah, outstanding performance from him coming back from injury. And, yeah, well done. Look, when the Knights are playing good, even though we don't go for them, like when the Knights are playing good, it's just good vibes.
It is.
It is good vibes. All right, Marge.
My Marge of the week was, it was a toss-up between the Chix game / ref or Tommy Turbo's try celebration.
Well, I guess you'll have to go the ref because you've already touched on the try celebration.
Well, I touched on the ref as well.
Oh, fuck.
I had both. Honestly, that's a tie for my Marges. Yeah. The ref was a Marge, though, so probably let's go with the ref. He was a big Marge. Who was yours?
I just went Paul Vaughan, just having the party of doom. And
I think...
Look, I know we've touched on it, but, like, look, let's be honest. We know it's dumb. We know it's stupid. We've all done dumb and stupid things in the past. I've done plenty of dumb and stupid things in the past.
In terms of... Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
I was going to say, in terms of reviewing, I might just... say, like, probably no one here watched it, maybe, but they might have. The Australia vs France rugby test was on last night at Suncorp Stadium.
I knew it was on, but I didn't watch it.
Yep, so I did watch that. I missed the first, like, half an hour because by the time I got home from footy training...
What did you watch it on?
NBN.
Oh, so it was on just like normal free to wear.
Yeah, yeah,
I went to
yeah.
bed at like, it's literally, I got home, had dinner, and went to bed last night.
Yeah, well, like by the time I got home, had some dinner, had a shower, it was like half an hour into the test, so I did miss the first bit. But like Australia got the win, but only just.
It was a penalty kick, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That
it
got
was a
us
penalty
over?
kick in the end, but yeah, like it was pretty hard to watch. Like they were down 15-0 at halftime. Australia not playing great, like not great rugby. It was a pretty like tough win, and from what I've heard, France is all like almost entirely part timers.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know why I did that. I'm just going to say one thing. We spoke about this briefly before you turned up. I don't think I could name one Wallaby. Well, actually, I can. I can name two now, James Hooper and James O'Connor. But was that confirmed that it was James O'Connor in that photo?
I don't know.
Do you even know who that is?
Yeah, but I don't know if he plays it still.
We'll confirm that.
James Hooper definitely does. And this morning, Crebit told me that she thinks James Hooper is hot.
Well, hold on. Let me just get a photo of him up to double check.
I'm sorry. James Hooper, great footy player. I think he's excellent. Oh, no.
Are you sure it's James?
No, it's not James. Why are we saying James?
Michael
Hooper. Oh, my God. You said James. You're the one that said James first, and I just went along with you.
Why are all these random... Oh, sorry, I'm writing Hopper. That's right.
That makes sense. Oh, my gosh. I'm sad that I just went along with that.
Yeah, he's all right.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to mention why I think he's not hot, because it's probably rude.
And then this is James O'Connor.
Yeah. I don't know. Either way, I liked the 10 for Australia. His name was
Yeah, he's cute, but he's a bad boy, but...
No, not him.
The 10, who was...
10 was like Noah someone.
Wait, hold on. 2 days ago. O'Connor ruled out Wallabies' new look.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe he wasn't in that
playing.
photo.
That's what I said. I didn't
Well,
think
again,
he was...
I couldn't tell you one.
Anyway,
Wallabies
Michael
player.
Hooper, we've got it wrong a million times. Michael Hooper is not hot, but he's a great football player and he had a good game. Other than that, the only other one that I really liked was the 10, whose name was Noah something or other. The 13, not too bad. However, what was I going to say?
Go on.
France were mostly part-time football players, which was like
That's annoying.
sad that they were like
Super good.
so much, like they were beating us for most of it.
So who'd you say the 10 was?
Yeah,
Noah.
yeah. Noah Lessie or something.
Let's get a visual of him.
Yeah, he played really well. And obviously Taniela Tupou always plays well. He had a good game.
Far out, I hate
The one thing I had to address, and you
won't have anything to say about it.
no, you will. This is like something you could actually have an opinion on.
Yeah,
because it's not necessarily rugby related.
That's hilarious.
I don't know if it was every single one because, of course, I wasn't watching from the start of the game. But at, like, every try from what I saw, the Wallabies, like, huddle was a hugging huddle.
A hugging huddle.
Like, you know, like when they score a try and you all make a circle and everyone's having a drink and stuff. They, like, weren't having a drink. They were all, like, hugging each other around, like, the sides and stuff, like, every single try.
I don't know what you want me to say.
What's your opinion on that? I just think I wouldn't want all my teammates hugging me every single, like, time the other team scores a try.
Maybe they're just consoling one another.
Nah, it was too close. Like, their hands weren't free to grab a drink then.
I don't know. I normally walk over with the shits when the team scores.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't want to be linking arms and, like, I just want to sit there and have my drink, listen to whatever the captain or the coach has to say and, like, get over it. Are you, like, done fiddling?
No, because now I'm wondering if my internet's working. Oh, yeah. There we go. All right.
I feel like
That's enough.
I've just talked this whole time and you didn't listen to any of that yarn, but that's all right.
That's all right. That's good practice for you. Well, congratulations to the Wallabies. A win's a win in my book. Michael Hooper, yes, I still think you're good looking.
Even though you said his name wrong.
James Hooper, definitely not good looking.
James Hooper was like some old man. I don't know. He looked like he was
James Hooper's the dude from NRL
Oh, the
360.
journo. Yeah. Scoops Hoops.
Shiny bald head.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. This has been a dribbly old podcast. All right. So, Chix leaderboard. It is going wild. I might even take a screenshot and post it in our page just so you can see how the wild scenes that are going on in Merriweather here. So Chix leaderboard at the moment, Bobby Law, number 1 on 94 points. Brittany Sager sneaking up on 94 points, so equal first and second. And Liz the snitch, has dropped to 93. So I don't know who she took.
She didn't take the Dragons, I don't think.
Well, silly you. You should have listened to us. She better listen to
But
us.
everyone did take the Storm except for the over the Chooks, which was sad.
Yeah, but that's because they're all dogs.
Yeah.
So yeah, big movements. What we just because like we dribble on about the Chix leaderboard, we might even just put a screenshot up and pop it on the page.
Nah. I don't want anyone to see.
Actually,
wait till I'm higher.
Wait, yeah, that's right. What have you got it? Like, can you just quickly get it up?
I'm on the same points as you.
Just quickly get it up, because
I won't be posting this. Yeah, we're in 8th and 9th, but we're on the same points.
yeah,
Your margin is 3 points better than mine.
All right, I take that back. We probably won't be. But congratulations to those girls that are on the podium. We're getting very close to our finishing game, so where we will be having our... Oh, should we disclose where the after party is? It's probably fucking not going to be able to happen because of COVID. But we will be having our Chix tipping comp party at Merriweather Bowling Club. So...
Of course.
Duh. All right.
Let's review the next game, the next round.
Do you want to review it or preview it?
Preview it. As if I'm the one getting that wrong. You have got that. I had to teach you what preview meant.
You said it. You fucking said it.
I've gotten. It's too early and too long. We've been podcasting for like 3 hours because of a podcast we did.
Another
prior
one,
to this.
and I'm so hungry. Like,
Me too. Someone was cooking like bacon and eggs just before. Like,
you're a vegetarian.
oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not allowed to smell meat, am I? Fuck.
Yeah,
How dare I find the smells of someone's brekkie nice because I don't eat bacon?
Wow, we're
out.
starting to fight on here, so we need to wrap this up. All right, round 17 preview. Far out. Like, we're getting through the rounds. So this is the bye round, so the boring round. So this is good for us because we can whip through this super duper quick.
Yeah, but there's also always interesting points because of like new players in, players out. Such.
Well,
and such.
I don't know. You might have more
I've got
info
some
than I
info.
do. All right, so Thursday night.
Manly
so,
versus Raiders.
Is that today?
Tonight.
Tonight. So we will have this out. Hopefully we've got the visuals out for you by then too. Manly versus Raiders. With girls, this is, and guys playing along at home, this is our margin game.
Oh, I haven't put in a margin yet.
Do you want to just take a stab, or do you just want to fucking stare at mine?
Oh, I didn't see yours. No, I won't. I think probably 10.
I've put 30. So
That's a big call.
I know Turbo's out and
Cherry Evans.
yeah, but Garrick's still playing. Saab's
The
still
winger.
playing. He's actually gone into fullback.
Yeah, actually, I did see that.
See, I did do a little bit of research.
But that's fine. I still think it won't be as big a flogging just without those two. Like I've taken Manly.
Yep.
But yeah, we've got Hudson Young back for the
Yeah, I'm trying to get this up as
back
we
at
go.
12 for the
So he's starting?
Raiders. Yep, he's starting at 12.
That's good for them.
Sam Williams is in the halves, but the other half is Matt Frawley, who I've literally never heard of in my life.
Never heard of. Got a beard of doom as well.
Yeah, so then Garrick's in to fullback. However, Xavier Savage is debuting properly this time for...
Oh, yeah, because of his...
So he's the bloke that
Yep.
Ricky Stewart put on when he thought he was allowed to bring his 18th man on. Brought him on. He played 11 minutes of the game before
Then they were
officials
like,
were like, oh,
eh,
he's like
eh.
not allowed to be on there.
Wait, so who's playing hooker? Oh, Hodgkin.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
Hodgson's
no,
good.
that's cool. I was wondering where Tom Starling came in. Yeah, cool. All right. No, I still think this will be an all right game, but definitely I reckon Manly will get the biggies for
Yeah,
this one.
I think Manly will get the bickies too. I think it'll be closer though because of like no Cherry Evans. Although Walker and Foran will be fine.
Well, I may reduce my margin, or I may not. I don't know. Who
Righto,
knows?
rabbits versus cows.
I have gone the bunny. So where's this
Yeah,
being played at?
At South Sydney.
This is saying it's being played at Newcastle.
Oh, maybe it's been moved because of like different things. Oh, did I
Yeah.
say home of the Awabakal people? So it could be a NAIDOC. It is NAIDOC
Oh,
week.
it's NAIDOC week as
So
well.
it could be. I think Rabbitohs do have a tie with like Awabakal.
Yeah. Okay.
So potentially
that's awesome if that's coming
playing
here.
at home, like playing at Newcastle.
And look at
for
that. They've got the Aboriginal names.
Yeah,
That's
that's
cool.
good.
All right. I've definitely gone the Bunnies because
Yeah, me too.
after the Cowboys fucking whooping, I don't know.
And they also don't have like Val Holmes, which is like, and no Hammer.
Hammer, yes, because he got the call up.
He's
for
in the
Origin.
centres for Origin.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah,
See,
we've got to
that's
touch
what
on
I
that.
mean. Like they have like quite a dangerous.
Yeah, it's definitely
side.
good to have. That's what we didn't touch on in the Origin. It's good to have a Hammer, like an actual centre there, and it's also good to have Capewell in his normal position.
Oh God, you took the words out of my mouth then. But I'm just looking at the outs for
the
Bunnies now too, which
just
is
like
also-
Murray, Cook, Gagai, Arrow, Mitchell, like all the Origin players.
Yeah.
But they'll be fine. Like
But that's all right.
they've still got their halves.
Yeah,
Benji Marshall into 9. I like that. I
like that too.
And then
Jaden Sewer, I like that.
I wanted to say the fullback for both teams I've never heard of.
Blake Taff and
Dejan Arce.
Dejan Arce.
I've never heard of either of those. So like
Battle
Battle of the Rookies at fullback.
That will be an interesting one. What's that? Friday. So, what time is this being played? 8 o'clock. Yeah. I might be able to watch this one. I'll be finishing work.
Yeah, so that'll be good.
Where are we? Dogs versus
Chooks.
Chooks. Thank the fucking Lord we're versing the Chooks.
The Dogs.
The Dogs.
Yeah.
Sorry, my brain's fried. With the greatest respect, I say that, but thank the Lord.
We have had a hard run and we have so injured.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks, like Penrith, then Storm, like we needed a Dogs. And according to our calculations and our numbers that we crunch, it's not the Dogs' turn to win. So
no, it's not.
we will 100% be taking the Chooks 15 plus.
Also, obviously, we have our Origin players out, so no Teddy, but Manu's going back to 1, which I actually think he just throbs wherever he goes.
Hot boy Manu.
It will be good to have Billy Smith is playing in the centres, which I was wondering what happened to him. Like he has not been in the team list at all
For ages,
and he's meant to be this next big thing. So that's exciting. Hopefully he plays well. And the biggest one of all is that Radley is back.
Yes, that's right. Did you get my text?
Yes.
Yeah, Radley's back, which is exciting, coming up against Josh Jackson, who is a seasoned veteran of our game.
Radley is he is a turning point in the
He's the
Chooks
epitome
game.
of our team.
He is he's such a difference when he's there and when he's not there. So so exciting to have him back. And also, as much as we were just saying we're very sad Liu is leaving the club, he was playing 13 and he's just not the same ball player that Radley is.
100%
He's just more of a forward
good edge rower.
Yeah. He's just and he's great. But
edge back rower.
Radley is he's handy halfback. We also have Butcher back, Nat Butcher.
Both Butchers.
Well,
on the
Egan
bench.
Butcher was their last one.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Whoa,
Kieran, 18th man. He wasn't here. He wasn't. He was out last
But that's
week.
weird because then.
They just rest Suwali. He's only little.
But remember last week when we spoke, Suwali was again rested, but then was playing.
Yeah, he ended up playing for Ikavalu. But Suwali didn't have the best game, but none of the Chooks really did. So
I was going to say none of them had a good
But
game.
so I don't know. But they've been pulling him in and out of the starting team and the bench and stuff a fair bit. So I feel like that's just resting him, which is the same thing they would have done with Sam Walker if they were able to.
Yeah, true. Look, up the Chooks, and God bless the Dogs. All right, last game on Sunday at 4 o'clock.
Sharks versus
I'll be
Warriors.
on night shift. So we got the Sharks. What do you say? Sharks taking on the Warriors.
Yep.
So this will be played in Sydney, so probably no crowds again. Reece Walsh returns.
Yeah, which I'm surprised. I didn't think he would be back so soon from a hemi injury. They have.
Do you think he even did his hemi?
Probably
Or do you
not.
think that was just a wall pull?
Might have been a wall pull. He would have had a small injury, I imagine, but maybe just nothing that bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were saying on the bloke in a bow, and they were it was weird. He never came out and was oh, I'm really disappointed I didn't get to play. It was just nothing happened after it.
Yeah.
You'd think he would have had something to say about
I don't
the fact
know.
he didn't
It all seemed a little bit too sus for me.
Yeah.
Kane
And
Evans on the bench.
However, Townsend out injured. Matt Lodge comes in to the side.
Is he starting this week?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Matt
I was
Lodge.
just about to say the photo.
Yeah, still got the
photo
Broncos
shot.
photo. Yeah, so
I feel
he's
so sorry for him.
left
They've been trying to
immediately.
get rid of him for fucking ages.
Yeah, so Matt Lodge in, Walshy, and obviously Tohu Harris is out, which is upsetting because he is really good.
Yeah, I've definitely gone the Warriors in this game.
Also, yeah, I haven't. I've gone the Sharks.
You've gone the Sharks?
Yep.
Because Chambers is back.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think I've gone Sharks still.
Sean Johnson, Connor Tracy in the halves.
Sharks still have no Moylan after he hurt himself in the warm-up last week.
Tell you who I do love? This fella here, Toby Rudolph.
Yeah, I like Toby Rudolph. I like the fullback for Sharks. William Kennedy, he's a gun.
Yeah, he's a good player. So I've gone Warriors on that one. So
yeah, I've gone Sharks.
I'm keen to see that'll actually be probably a good game.
I reckon too.
Like a bottom 8 footy.
Yeah, it'll be good
game.
I mean, yeah, it's hard because Reece Walsh is there, so I feel like they're gonna rip. But then I'm also like,
who knows? Like, who knows what can happen between?
Who's in the halves with Nicarima?
Sean O'Sullivan. Don't really know much about him. No. He was born in. We know he's 83 kilos.
That's
2 tries,
5 appearances.
5 appearances.
88% tackle efficiency.
His fantasy points are 38, averaging. Like, I don't know. Look, we don't know much about him. But look, I'm going Warriors, you're going Sharks. So that's probably the only disagreements we have.
Yeah.
Obviously, and then Wednesday night we've got set. It's definitely Wednesday, State of Origin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're...
I've obviously gone New South Wales.
Beauty. All right, let's wrap this up by doing our penthouse multi, which we don't have the button for, which we never I think we've come to conclusions we're never going to have a button for it.
Yeah.
Unless someone wants to jump on board and help us out with that. Are we just sharing a pen, or am I?
I've been stealing yours.
No, it's fine. You keep the pen.
That's all right.
I just didn't know whether I brought a second pen out or not. I didn't. All right. You ready to hear my crazy tips?
Sure. The first game, Manly vs Raiders.
Garrick 2 or more. Are you going to let me do that?
Sure.
This is a nice one because this will just be like a small one, so like more chance of us hopefully getting it.
Yeah, well, that's it.
We were meant to check what we got right from the last one as well. We might do that after.
So Garrick 2 or more. I might go...
Fuck, it's 12 o'clock.
Yeah, it's really like gotten away. Let me see. Who have we got on?
Because like the 13 plus was like pretty low as well.
I feel like I want to go 1 to 12.
You want to go 1 to 12?
Yeah. What's it paying? Yeah, Manly Seagulls 1 to 12.
There you go. Well, we've just lost that one.
Well.
All right, ready? South 13 plus.
Yep.
And then I guess you want to go a try scorer.
Yeah, we'll go...
Reynolds, if he can fucking keep his foot in the line.
No. I think we'll just go Tane Milne. He scored last time.
Can you spell his surname?
Taane.
No. Can you just spell his surname?
Milne.
Milne.
I know, Chooks vs Dogs.
I've gone Roosters 13 plus.
Yeah. And then try scorer. Who do we want? Should we go Billy Smith back?
Why not? Give the boy a run.
Yeah, he's paying a bit more because he's only just come into Sharks versus New Zealand.
So we're going to have to go try scorers here. I've already gone Reece Walsh.
Yep. I'll go Mulatalo.
You fucking froth on him, eh?
I reckon he's mad.
No, I like him too, but I'm like, you have a full froth.
Yeah.
Like you know how my mum has like a full froth for Manu? You've got the full froth for
I
him.
prefer Manu. I just reckon Mulatalo is like a sick player. Like
Mulatalo.
Yeah. And then we'll pick a leg in the Origin, will we?
Yeah. What's it even doing?
Maybe just we'll go try scorers.
Yeah, just go anytime try scorer.
Yeah, I'll go Tommy.
Oh wait, are we doing 2?
Yeah.
Okay. I can never.
And you can do one.
I can never remember how to spell Travojevic. I'm gonna go Mitchell.
Mitchell, 100%. Oh gosh.
Or should we go Ponga?
Ooh,
Nah, I don't like tipping I don't like when tipping, so it's like that.
So this one's just worth $2,116.80.
$2,116.80. That's not too bad. Like, that will clear a credit card debt if you had one.
Yeah, and look, there's not many rounds to play with, but, you know, lower the odds means you're probably going to win it, so get on it.
So I'll put that up tonight. So jump on. As we say each and every week, please make sure you jump onto our YouTube page. It's called Fun, Fresh and Footy, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
Yeah, we've got a big sign to tell us that now.
Yeah, so subscribe to these guys. If you see this logo, subscribe. Please follow us on Instagram. If you like any of our stuff, share it on your page as well. Once these recordings go up, we've got another one coming for you on Sunday. Plenty of content that's getting pumped out. Make sure you share the stories on Instagram. Like, subscribe, 5 stars. Anything you can do to help us. Send in your questions. Send in any tips, feedback, or whatever. The last thing I wanted to finish on was a movie recommendation that I watched.
Really? I feel like I've been wanting to.
If you've got one, you can.
No. I've been wanting to watch a good movie.
Okay, well, no, I wrote this down because I thought we'd just finish on something random. My movie recommendation, if you have Netflix, it's called Run, and yeah, it's a bit of like a psychological thriller. Without giving too much away, this chick's pretty much paralysed. Is paralysed when you can't walk?
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Yeah, she can't. She's a she can't walk. She's in a wheelchair. She's got all these problems.
Is it just her legs that don't work?
Yeah, her legs don't work.
Paraplegic.
Yeah. And her mum obviously is very controlling and looks after her and whatnot. And she's trying to get into uni, and it's just a real
true story or a.
No, I don't think it's true, but it's definitely a think one.
Cool.
It's a think one. But yeah, do you have anything else you want to touch on?
I don't think so. I'll hit that up though. Not over the weekend because there'll be footy on, but maybe another time.
Maybe just do it the Savo.
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe.
Well, this was fun. See you next week.
Hooroo.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind.